Now shifting our focus to developments playing out between Taiwan and Beijing on the backdrop of Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. Taiwanese media is now reporting that two DF-15 ballistic missiles fired by China flew over the island and then fell into the Taiwan Strait. So China continues on the offensive post the visit of Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan. They have seen this as a violation of the One China policy and also against the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Beijing. They've also warned both Taiwan and the United States of dire consequences. Abhishek Jha joining us with more details. Abhishek, give us the details of what the Taiwanese media is now reporting as far as the aggression of China is concerned.
So Taiwanese media is clearly reporting the aggressive response that China is having as per the drills that China had already announced that it will be conducting military drills in and around Taiwanese Strait. So this time, the only difference from the past incursion or past intrusion that Chinese would have around Taiwan Strait is that they are closest ever to the Taiwan main land. And it is reported that the drilling or the naval assets, they are moving around almost close to 10 miles of the Taiwanese coast. And this is something that has never been, and this is unprecedented. And this has sort of spooked the Taiwanese administration as well, because though they have always been defying the Chinese aggression with whatever might they have, but this time around Chinese aggression seems quite unprecedented. The government of Taiwan has clearly said that they will be doing everything to counter Chinese aggression. But it looks like for the next few days that China has announced that they'll be conducting their drill in Taiwan Strait from the Fujian Island also. It's going to be a very tense atmosphere in and around there. And also we'll have to see the kind of support and solidarity that Taiwan is seeking from the international partners and allies, especially USA, because after Nancy Pelosi's visit only, the situation has flared up at unprecedented level in Taiwan Strait. So how much of support and solidarity Taiwan is going to get from its global peers in this hour of crisis that has been created by Chinese aggression in and around Taiwan.
Abhishek, I'll request you to stay on with us. And now we're putting out those visuals on our screens of ballistic missiles fired by China, which, as we were pointing out, flew over the island and then fell into Taiwan Strait. But Abhishek, what I also want to discuss is the reaction of China. So China is saying that there is a false narrative that is being peddled by many against it. Compare that to the visuals that we're putting out on our screens. Where does the reality really lie?
So the Chinese side has always maintained that they have sovereignty over Taiwan. It is only, and also they have a long-term ambitious plan of reuniting all the loose islands across mainland China's, all around mainland China, and to make it a larger Chinese empire that they have this ambition. So Taiwan also falls in that dream of, long-term Chinese aspiration. And they have always maintained that Chinese sovereignty is over Taiwan, and the drill that China is currently conducting in and around Taiwan is nothing sort of breach or violation of any sovereignty, because in Chinese narrative, Taiwan does not have its own sovereignty. Globally also, that is the most believed and most accepted narrative, because most of the country have always accepted One China policy, and that is that Taiwan will not be an independent country, though it will be an autonomous and differently ruled establishment. But the sovereignty of Chinese government has been accepted by mostly the countries all around the world, including United Nations General Assembly. So the aggressive, stance or aggressive steps that we are seeing from the Chinese side is China can always have this narrative that they are not violating any, international rule of law, because the sovereignty over Taiwan is anyway of Chinese establishment. So this is what the Chinese narrative has been, but we know that almost 10 Chinese Navy ships have temporarily crossed Taiwan Strait median line and remain close in the area from Wednesday night, and they'll be there till Thursday night. So this has been the unprecedented level of deployment of Chinese warships in and around Taiwan Strait, and this is clearly a tension that has heightened, especially after the visit and the departure of Nancy Pelosi, U.S. House Speaker, to Taiwan.
Abhishek, I'll request you to stay on with us. Another reaction